Marcus, do you know that reminds me of San Francisco?
What, the hills?
No, the zigzags.
Oh yeah. For some reason it reminds me of Gibraltar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there were lots of like little streets with trees and shrubbery around. And it just feels like that. Well, this place is absolutely buzzing.
It's heaving.
It is. It's a Friday night while we're filming, and the sun is about to go down in about a couple of hours, but it seems quite dark here already because we are surrounded by trees and the lights of all the restaurants as we pass, and it really adds to the atmosphere of the place. So the general area is called Kolonaki, and we believe that there is a green area, Kolonaki Square, to visit as well. Well, that's what the map says, so we're going to try to find it.
There are so many hip and happening places around here.
I'm afraid Kolonaki Square is under construction at the minute. So.
No wonder I wasn't sure where the heck it was.
Yeah, but it's got lots of buzzing little streets around with lots of restaurants and bars and everything. And yeah, so I think it's a nice part of Athens to go into. I love little streets like this as well. So many interesting places.
Hello.
Wanna pose?
Alright, bye-bye.
And we have finished our visit to Kolonaki with a little stop at a coffee shop. And look what we've got.
So I have strawberry sorbet and a mango sorbet.
And I have got a banoffee pie. Oh look, it actually looks as though it's smiling at me. Look, there's like two eyes, a nose and a great big smiley mouth. And a lovely cappuccino as well. Delicious. Paul, do you know what this is?
It looks like a nice water fountain.
Well, I thought it was called the Fountain of Zeus, but I think it's actually the Fountain of Youth. Because look, we're so young. We're leaving the fountain behind us. We're actually in the National Garden, and it covers a swathe of ground in the centre of Athens. Now, in front of us at the moment, we've got the convention centre, but there's also a very important building here in the garden, isn't there, Paul?
That's a trick question.
No, it's the Parliament, the National Parliament of Greece.
Oh yes.
So let's take a look. This is the convention centre, And I guess this is where lots of conferences take place. They have giant flower vases up here, which seem to contain the leaves of palm trees.
This must be one of those food festivals being held.
Well, we've certainly picked a good time to come to the park or the gardens because there's a lovely little market taking place, and it's only here for 3 days. I guess they hold markets here periodically, the same as they do in Uxbridge, except there seems to be quite a wider range of things available. There are jams.
There's drink.
There's drink.
Should we get some?
There's cheeses. I see pasta.
I see alcohol.
There's bread. There's candy. Oh wow, there's a whole array of stuff here. The perfumes.
I feel overwhelmed.
Hello, come to taste some Greek honey, guys.
Look at this, there's honey, and there are also candles. And cheeses. Maybe even some big cheeses.
The guy wants us to take.
You should try. I don't eat cheese, but there you go.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
Oh wow.
Come here, come.
You want to have a look?
I don't know.
Have a drink, like cheese.
Oh god. That is alcohol.
Yes, yes.
Good. Cheers.
Thank you. Okay, I'll have one as well. I don't know what it is.
Oh wow. Rachi.
Rachi.
Oh.
Oh, what is it? It's it reminds me of something.
Shine.
No.
Wow.
No, I can't quite put my finger on. What is it? Is it vodka?
Let's see what.
I think it's vodka. See? It was good that we came through here. Right, do we have to pay for it?
No.
Do we need to buy something from the stall?
No. I don't know what I want.
Shall we have a look? You want to buy some pasta? Oh, they have breads. Okay, I don't know what that is. Okay, we shall continue on. Whoa, that was quite warming.
That.
And it's hot enough today as it is.
It is.
Okay, so what else are we going to see along here?
A lot of different types of food shops.
Yes, I see soaps.
I am.
Lots more
impressed.
cheeses, biscuits.
Do you want some soap?
Oh, I see pastries and cookies.
What? Here. Do you want some?
But I think it's meat.
Oh my God.
It's meat-based things.
That looks really good.
And we've already had our lunch.
Wow.
More honey,
Wow.
more breads.
Wow.
Everybody wants to serve us stuff.
I'm a
But
bit overwhelmed.
I think we did the best. You got your cheese and we both got a drink. So, ooh, what's this? Very interesting types of bread.
This looks like marmalade.
I think it's pickles or something, is it?
Alright.
But it's vast. Look at this.
I'm overwhelmed. Literally. I feel overwhelmed.
Just avoiding another camera crew. They are our rivals. They are here today as well, I think. Hello. And we're coming out the other end. Through the gardens. And I'm just passing underneath the entrance and you'll see the name of it. So translate as you will.
But Marcus, I did like that impromptu visit to the food market.
Well, you see, you never know what you're going to find around the next corner.
So there was this other guy very insistent on us to try his honey.
Oh, right. Well, why didn't you have some?
I don't feel like having any honey. No, because because honey's very messy and I'm gonna probably dirty my polo
Yes,
shirt.
that's true. And on a hot day like this, it's going to trickle down, probably. But anyway, that was an interesting find. Let's see what we can find next.
Welcome to Greece. Now, if you're enjoying watching Paul and Marcus on YouTube, then please subscribe.
Well, we're outside the park now, and there are little stalls selling stuff. And look at this. This is a very interesting feature.
Looks like a cupid.
Yeah, there's like what is this? It's like a cupid just poking out over the bush. Now, do you know what that reminds me of? Where have you seen a statue that is kind of sloping down like that in a park?
Dublin.
Correct. Oscar Wilde. See? You've scored 10 points for that. Now, let's see what else we can see. We've seen some fruit lying on the ground in various places. It looks like this. I'm not sure what it is. But there has also been this rather funky smell. And you know, sometimes, I can't quite think of the word, but when it rains after a dry spell, there's that really weird smell on the ground. No, there is an actual name for it. I can't think of it right now. If I do, I'll put it up on a caption. But it kind of smells a bit like that. However, it's not been raining here, and it seems to me that it's coming from a certain type of tree, and maybe the fruit. Because in New York, there was always this really smelly fruit that you had on your street that fell off a tree. Remember that?
Oh, Jesus.
They also sold it at markets in Chinatown. It absolutely stank. So there is this real funky smell. If you know what it is, please send us a postcard. Let us know. Seeing the Invisible, an augmented reality contemporary art exhibition, and it's running at the National Garden in Athens until September 2023. Okay, so we are here at the moment. There's a sundial, a central lake, botanical museum, a nursery, a children's library. And up here, the Parliament building. That's where we're heading. But first, let's take a walk through the enchanted garden.
It is very, very shady.
Well, it's providing lots of shade and cool on this extremely hot day.
It's fabulous. You could tell that in the springtime it's all green and lively with all the flowers. So maybe we need to come back for the spring. Look at that. Wow.
Look at the size of those palm trees. Isn't this fabulous?
Yeah, I think it's kind of like going through like a little maze in the park.
Yeah, well, we are actually completely lost at the moment. We hope our GPS is working. But there's fabulous lanterns, fabulous statues, and we are trying to find the Parliament building. We know it's here somewhere because we saw it. We saw it from the bus earlier on.
Do you remember we saw something like this at High Street, Kensington or something?
Yeah, like a seating area.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's that over there?
Do we know where we're going?
This looks scary.
This looks like a pit.
What is it? Look,
I don't know.
there's like circles of stones. Do you think people have set fires in here?
Thing or something.
It looks like some sort of like witch's ritual. It's got this weird hole in here as well. This is so relaxing. Do you know what those look like? Ken Dodd's tickling sticks. And here it is. This is the Greek Parliament building. And at the front, it has got the tomb to the unknown soldier. And parading either side, there are two guards always on duty. So let's take a look. The Plaka area of Athens connects the Museum of the Acropolis to these wonderful little street shops and touristy souvenir stores.
There's so many of them.
It's absolutely buzzing. There are bars and restaurants and cafes along here too. And you could spend hours just wandering around, turning each corner, not knowing what you might find. There are also many ancient ruins, I'm not talking about us, along the way. And no matter where you are, you can just look up and get a view of the Acropolis and the Parthenon.
And it's very magnificent sights to behold.
This is Hadrian's Library. The ancient street of the tripods. This is the Acropolis Museum. Now there is quite a long line to get in at most times, but you can book in advance online. Well, if you come to Greece, you must buy something with donkey milk in it. It's very good for the skin. And we got some hand creams, and we got some soaps, and the lady gave us some free samples as well. And Paul, you got a face mask, didn't you?
Yes.
It's very good because when we visited Cyprus, we were able to get some donkey milk hand cream as well, and I actually use it on my face too for dry skin around my nose, and I highly recommend it. Do you want one of these pendants? I'll get you one.